I actually come from a little bit different background. I kind of did the stereotypical thing. I went to college, and when I graduated from college, I interviewed, and I hired on with a big conglomerate. I worked for them for 20 years. I actually did very, very well for them. But the issue that I was seeing was that that big conglomerate really controlled my future. The compensation plans were always dropping. They were paying me less and less, adding more people to the territory. So I wasn't controlling how much I was making. The company was. So in doing so, I started looking into foreclosures. I bought some of the courses that were out there, and I floundered my way through foreclosures for probably 5 or 6 months. In 5 or 6 months, I worked on maybe 4 deals, didn't close any deals at all, and happenstance, I actually ran into D.C. I went out to a house, and typically when I go out to a house, I'll see what other investors are doing, and you try to incorporate the good stuff. And in this particular case, there was a very, very nice marketing piece. And I asked him if I could have it. This was the homeowner. He said, yeah. And next day, I'm a pretty aggressive guy, I called the number on the marketing piece, and it happened to be DC. And DC and I started to speak, and one thing led to another, and I ended up signing up with DC as a student, and also he became my coach, and he's still my mentor. I probably speak with him at least once a week now. We still work deals together, and I think the biggest mistake that I made was that I didn't do it sooner. Not just with my corporate career, but I didn't find somebody like DC to help me through the foreclosure process. And what he was saying was very, very accurate in that it's a system. It takes time, and it's something that you've got to follow from beginning to end. I've spoken with maybe a number of you folks on the phone, and I could sense some frustration. And the frustration that I sensed was that they were working on 1 or 2 or 3 deals like I had done over 6 months, and they were getting very, very frustrated. Foreclosures won't all work. They won't. A lot of them do, but they won't. But you have to be consistent. You have to be persistent, but you also have to have a team in place, and you also have to have a coach and a mentor like DC. I've never told DC this, but the amount of money that I spent, which was a lot of money, he should have charged me 10 times more, because on one deal I eclipsed that many, many, many times over and over. To Jason's point, it's not just marketing, it's also treating people that you work with right. We get referrals. Roughly 85% of our business comes from referrals, from realtors. You folks that are mortgage brokers already, you're one step ahead, as Jason mentioned. People that are realtors are one step ahead, but you treat them right. You treat them like you would want to be treated. Like Jason, we pay our realtors that refer to us well over what they would normally make. And they don't do the short sale work. They do what they do best, which is sell houses and bring buyers. I don't know if there's an example here. I guess there is. This is actually the first deal that we did with DC. And it came from a realtor. A realtor came to us. It was a Gulffront townhome. They owed almost $1.2 million on it through a variety of mortgages and liens, HOA liens, IRS liens, etc. They had no equity. She didn't know what to do with it. She was about to throw it away. So she said, do you want to give it a shot? And we did. Ultimately, with the help of the realtor, we were able to obtain a buyer for $900,000. With the help of DC's team, Denise is in the back. There she is. Denise was able to negotiate not just a first, not just a second. It says IRS lien. There were 4 IRS liens, an HOA lien, and also 2 contractor liens. So for the first deal, it was ugly, but it was good because it taught me about the business. But the numbers are there. Total owed was $1.252 million. $647,000 is what DC's team negotiated down to. The realtor that referred us the deal brought us the buyer, cash buyer for $900,000, and our net profit was $169,000. Realtor took home a check for $54,000. So again, you see the value there, where they bring us opportunities. What's that? No. The owner didn't take home anything. The owner took home his credit. We stopped the foreclosure. That IRS lien, we got that released from his record, so he's not having to pay that back. It's his credit. It's also his dignity. He was a very, very sick guy. He was in the process of an advanced stage of AIDS, and this caused him so much stress that it was literally killing him. So it brought back his health. It brought back his credit. So yeah, I guess he did take home something. He didn't take home money, but he took home that. So all I can say is the mistake that I made is I didn't do it soon enough. And you folks are fortunate that you have this gift here. And he's a gift because he's an open book. When I say an open book, what he does, he gives to you, period. What he teaches, he practices. There are so many people out there that you read about and then you'll speak about that try to sell you stuff, whether it's in real estate or in another industry, that don't do what they preach. DC does this on a daily basis, so I don't know of any other type of coach that I would ever want to work with, whether it's real estate, whether it's someplace else, except for somebody who actually does what they preach. So I'm his biggest cheerleader, probably one of the biggest cheerleaders. So if I were you, I'd take the opportunity because it's significant.
How many deals you got working now?
We've got about 85 deals working now.
Oh, geez,
we're picking up about 5 a week. We picked up 4 today. Last week we picked up 5 waterfronts down in Apollo Beach. One of our actually referring realtors is in the back, Doug Russell. He has helped us with some multi-million-dollar opportunities on the water. So we're picking up a lot of opportunities. It's getting to a point now where we're being very, very selective about the opportunities that we work on. And it's a good feeling to have because instead of going out there and having to scrounge and take everything that's presented to you, you choose what you take. You choose what you think you can get done, and you choose what you think will make you the money and also help the homeowner out, to your point. So working a lot of deals, but working them smart.